Hello, good people. This is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker, coming back at you live once again from the Lone Star State with another edition of the Media Mike Speaks. All right, good people. As I told you earlier, it was going to be a double header, but this time it's a different type of double header. So one of my subscribers hit me up with another story, which I did glance at earlier today from the Dallas Morning News. And I want to go ahead and do a quick story on this regarding Pastor Rickie Rush. Since we're on a roll when it comes to these pastors now, I told you it's open season on pastors. If you looked at my first video, dealing with that pastor in KC, Kansas City, Missouri, talking about the buying him a watch. So a Modalvo watch he wanted, but anyway, this story, it seems Pastor Rickie Rush escapes the Me Too movement. I guess you can somewhat say he's the Nicky Barnes of today, Mr. Untouchable. That's exactly what it seems like. Yes. So, just to give you a backstory here, there are things that went on back in the day. From what was reported, I would say. Big articles, Dallas Morning News, about some things going on here, some assault allegations as such. But anyway, since that time, the grand jury has returned with a no bill. So if you don't know what that is, you see in Texas we have a thing called the grand jury, meaning before the actual jury trial, they bring all the evidence before the grand jury. If it's enough, they think it can go before a grand jury. Now, if that grand jury, this is before the trial jury, if they look at it and they decide that what the prosecutor brought before them is not enough or sufficient to move on to a jury trial, they will come back with what is called a no bill or no true bill. If they found out it was enough evidence to proceed, it is called a true bill. That means it is called an indictment, meaning you are going forward for the next process. So Pastor or Bishop Rickie Rush did not move forward to that, so it got stopped. So I'm not saying that this is the end all be all. If the prosecution wishes, they can move forward despite that, you see. But hey, if other evidence they find sufficient. So anyway, let's get to the story. A grand jury decided prosecutors had not presented enough evidence to show probable cause that Southern Dallas megachurch pastor committed crimes. Now, a Dallas County grand jury declined to indict Rickie Rush, a well-known megachurch pastor in Dallas, in two criminal cases. So, Rush, the 63-year-old founder of the Inspiring Body of Christ, IBOC, faced allegations of abuse from former church members over the course of several years. According to the Dallas Morning News, Rush's attorney, Michael Haskell, told the newspaper that the accusations against him are part of a smear campaign. Now, IBOC was started in 1990 by Rush and grew to 450 members within 6 months, according to the church's website. To date, IBOC is recognized as a Southern Dallas megachurch with more than 15,000 members. Now, good people, pastors, bishops, you call them, one of their main jobs is to lead their congregation in biblical principles. You see, it appears that Bishop Rush may have failed in that. But however, or be that as it may, the grand jury still failed to indict him. You see, in a time where the Me Too movement was in full force, where allegations can go back 40 years, Pastor Rush's allegations went back, yes, about that time, 30 years, since the 1990s or maybe 80s. I don't know, but and they failed to indict. You see, also, as in my other video, there is something a bit wrong here with a lot of our people in the community. It doesn't matter if you're Hispanic, if you're Caucasian, Asian, I don't know, Catholic, Christian. Religion is a different animal. And it's power in that animal. It is. Now, Pastor Rush has probably done a lot for the community from my understanding. I had the pleasure of meeting him one time, a long time ago. Seemed okay to me, but that's totally different from someone's personal life. But whether this is true or not, we have to realize that a lot of pastors are allowed to get away with this type of behavior. Not accusing him of anything. I'm just saying there was a pastor that's deceased now, Bishop Eddie Long, who had known allegations of I would say illegal acts, but was, I would say, praised for more than criticized, put up on a pedestal. This is the sickness that goes on in a lot of these religious institutions, which I care not to take part in. You see, if you notice, when it comes down to things as such, when it comes down to such acts, you can say maybe, possibly with underage individuals or so, these things seem to be somehow swept under the rug, overlooked. From the Catholic Church on down to Christianity, Christian, it's just. But when it comes down to pastors embezzling money, fake bearer bonds, somehow those are criminal offenses enough to where they warrant prison time. But when it's something like this, it's somehow overlooked. Yeah, rumors fly, yeah, but hey. And this is where I do believe that a lot of people really need their head examined. And as I stated in my other video, I think a lot of people really thrive on really being used and abused. I'm not accusing the victims. I'm just saying the people who attend these type of settings. There's some who go seeking some type of salvation, but for others, I don't know, I question. No more than I question the people up there supposed to be giving them the salvation. You see, just in case you all may not know, there are a lot of things that you're taught in seminary or divinity school that these pastors do not actually teach when they do get a congregation. But the question is that do the congregation actually care? I don't think they do. I don't. But at this point, be it as it may, true or not, Pastor Rickie Rush, yeah, he's the new Nicky Barnes, new Al Capone, new John Gotti. Have you look at it? They beat the rap. They beat it. Here, statute of limitations may have applied. I don't know. Political influence may have applied. I don't know. It didn't help out Bill Cosby. They were full of lies in Bill Cosby's case, but however, didn't help out R. Kelly either. But we all know things with that. But regardless, you see. But anyway, just wanted to give my 2 cents regarding this. I'm hoping things would probably die down with this. if this happened to the victims, hoping they can get the help they deserve or the justice they deserve. And if it's not true, if it is not true, I hope that Pastor Rickie Rush can recover from this. But the thing is, though, about a lot of these rumors or whatever you're saying this could be, it's always some bit of truth to it. May not be the whole, but it's a big enough part. Until next time, this is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker. Subscribe, share, and like to keep me rocking on the mic. Have a good night.
Understand you soon, it won't be long. Keep on, keep running.